Fear is the path to the dark side.
Recently, one evening, longtime anti-gun advocate North Carolina State Senator R.C. Soules was confronted with an intruder at his home near Tabor City, North Carolina. And what did this senator, who's made a career out of being against the Second Amendment, do? Well, he took out a gun and he shot the intruder. What an ironic turn of events. This just goes to show you that being against your own right to keep and bear arms is absurd. If the state senator had his way and everyone had been stripped of the right to gun ownership, then the way in which he defended himself would have been illegal. Or perhaps he would have met a worse fate. Without his gun for defense, he could be dead. But this incident goes to show you how politicians believe they can regulate your rights, but that they themselves are immune from the same restrictions. If you thought that story was dripping with hypocrisy, wait until you hear this next one. For centuries, judicial decisions and parliamentary enactments, going back to the year 1215, have protected Britain's right to free speech. The British Constitution protects free speech, and it's even older than our own Constitution. But in one fell swoop, British Prime Minister David Cameron is stomping all over that right, since he announced the United Kingdom is looking to block social networks and messaging services as a way to retaliate against those participating in the recent violent protests. He summoned the national police, the intelligence agencies, and the British phone companies to comply with this. Who does this remind you of? Egypt's former dictator, Hosni Mubarak, perhaps? Remember when he cut off social networking and blocked Egyptians' access to the internet? Why, leaders from around the world chastised him for doing so, and rightly so. And Prime Minister Cameron himself was one of those leaders, saying at the time that freedom of speech on the internet must be respected. I guess he has a case of amnesia, and I guess maybe the United Kingdom is on its way to going the same place as Egypt. What a shame.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.